afternoon. Good afternoon, team. It is currently Tuesday. It's the 12th of November, I believe. Didn't pick up the camera yesterday, but today I've been busy this morning, been reaching out to landlords for some rent-to-rent stuff. I had a chat with a good friend of mine and one of the mentors in my mentoring group, and just sort of ironed out some new things that I need to be focusing on when looking at rent-to-rent deals that we're selling. As I've mentioned in previous videos, that we've been dealing with a lot of time wasters, and we want to be dealing with more serious investors, and they tend to be going for bigger properties, so that's what we're pivoting a little bit more towards. But yeah, Tuesday, so we still haven't heard back on the offer that we put in on the Gloucester deal. Fingers crossed. My business partner saying I'm being a bit negative, but I think we might have offered a little bit too low on it. I think other people might have offered a little bit more, but hopefully this week you'll find out exactly what the verdict is on that. And then just a little bit more of the same this week, to be honest. It's some weeks are really exciting. You're traveling the country, you're doing viewings. Other weeks, unfortunately, you're just behind your desk grinding away. But I will try and show as much of that as possible, as always. And we've got a couple of bespoke clients. We've got one that wants a HMO, one potentially for a flip, but we're waiting for proof of funds, and that's through another source. So we've got enough to be working towards this week. And if that happens as well, then that's a bonus. Let's see how this week goes. It's Wednesday, first L of the day. Landlord has come back to us on this rent to SA deal that we posted out the other day, that they're not willing to bring down the rent because they've actually agreed a deal with someone else. A little bit frustrating. We knew this one would go quick, but all of the serious investors that we've got were basically saying that the rent was just too high. And when you're working with experienced investors or SA operators, they will have data on previous units and they will know what works and what doesn't work. So it's a little bit frustrating, a little bit bittersweet, but it is what it is. Move on. Today we'll try and find some more. Got a lot of investor outreach to do anyway, and not the best start to the day because obviously it's an L, but it's early enough so we can still win the day. Good evening, team. It's been a bit of a mad day today. We caught up this morning, and then I went and worked with my mate. And then we had an interesting message come from a landlord that I actually reached out to do rent to SA with. We got into a bit of back and forth conversation about rent to SA and him not being open to it, and basically wanted me to send him some deals that I've sourced, to see if he could take them on himself because he's got a big portfolio. And one message led to another when I sent him a deal, and next thing we've been having discussions about potentially doing a JV. So very, very, very exciting potentially. I am just going to be spending this evening working on an investment pack to send to this guy, and then if he likes the proposal, me and my business partner Alex, we're going to drive down to see him down south. So yeah, pretty interesting how the day has panned out. I definitely wasn't expecting that to happen, but business is very unpredictable and good things can happen. And not to say that this is going to lead anywhere, but it's a good opportunity, so we're gonna see it through. Morning, team. Off to a viewing this morning in Sale. This is going to be a potential flip project. I don't know whether we would keep it on ourselves or this one would be to source on, but we'll see the standard of it first, and then we'll know a little bit more. Everyone, really productive call with my mate Alex from InvestorLex. I'll either here or here, I will put his Instagram. He's got a wealth of knowledge when it comes to raising funds or managing a lot of money, which he does with his 9 to 5. So he gave me a good steer on what I should be including in a business proposal, as I've been speaking to a high net worth individual who was actually trying to sell a deal to. And I just needed a bit of guidance on what I should be adding into there, and maybe what I can leave out. So he basically went through it with me and told me what I needed to have and what I didn't need to have. So in a good position now, gonna finish it off this afternoon, speak to my business partner who's also called Alex, and get it boxed off, get it sent to this funder or investor, whatever you want to call it, and hopefully get in front of this guy, because that's the most important thing. We want to provide value to him as well. By getting in front of him, we can find out what he really wants and help him out too. So yeah, going to be a busy afternoon working on this business proposal. I might show you it when I've done it, I might not, but we'll see. By the way, I was squinting a little bit in that last clip because I've filmed this about 3 or 4 times, and I don't know, my eyes were just hurting from staring at the same focal point. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with my eyesight, it's just I was just staring for too long. Yo, what's up? Just gonna pick up the camera this morning, but sort of got my head stuck into this business proposal, which is now done. I will have some of it over on the screen whilst I'm talking, but yeah, finally finished. Say it's finished, but I've sent it to my coach to have a look at it first before we send it off to this investor. Fingers crossed he says it's ready to go, because he's raised millions of pounds and he knows exactly what's needed on one of these. But yeah, once we've got that sorted, we can get it sent, and hopefully we can get a face-to-face meeting with this high net worth individual. We can raise some money and we can do this deal in Derby. We did have some bad news today that the Gloucester deal got rejected. Well, not really rejected, it got gazumped by a better offer, or many better offers above 200k, which is crazy. But you know, people want to live in it, so that's fair enough. They know the value of that street. So we move on. We're on to the next ones. But yeah, hopefully we can get this business proposal sent by the end of the day. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a response over the weekend. If not, it'll have to be early next week. But the goal is to get it sent today, ASAP, and get a face-to-face meeting sorted for next week to raise some money. So that's a wrap for another week, guys. This week didn't actually end the way we wanted to. We got confirmation from the high net worth individual that he wasn't going to proceed with investing in our project. He basically laughed at the proposal and said that he makes way more than 10 or 12% on his money, which is fair enough. That was bad on our part to not find out all that information beforehand, but it's a learning curve, and we'll take that into next week, where we'll keep trying to raise this fund so we can get the first HMO over the line. So thank you everyone who's watched this week and watched all the other weeks, and yeah, keep following the journey.